Well, I wasn't thinking. Somebody said this to me that while doing the podcast, we're in the minority for many reasons, obviously, but for a very particular reason. One of the few people in the country who has a hobby that doesn't involve drinking.
Yeah, that's true.
Because like sports teams or whatever, amateur sports teams, lower sports teams, it involves going to the pub afterwards.
Even eventually you're going to celebrate something.
Yeah. If you're off, the whole being office is like, well, don't worry, lads, because at the end,
the build-up, it's going to be even better.
Yeah, even I was walking down like a promenade there during the sunny weather we've been having. Saw these men in maybe their 40s, 50s, and 60s, hard to tell with all the lycra.
Yeah.
Bikes parked up.
Yeah.
Sowing pints. Like, that's what it's all about.
Surely they're defeating the purpose.
Well, for one, how are they getting home? But two, I mean, like that's everything we do in this country is like, we'll do this and then afterwards.
We do this to get to the place.
That's how you convince half people to come.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, right, we'll do the
biking. Fuck off. We'll go for pints, right? Don't worry.
Well, I'm not telling you where we're biking to. No, then you got the bandwagoners
all right,
in.
I'm in.
Okay, well, we'll go for 5K. We'll stop and we'll see what happens. And
we should have a pint immediately before and after every podcast to get on board with the rest of the country.
Well, that would just take us we right back into the doldrums of we don't have a life outside of drinking. So that might defeat the whole prestige of having a podcast. If there is any at all,
it would never get edited as well.
Sometimes I think we are drunk.
Yeah.
So if we actually start drinking, well, I listen back and I hear myself mumbling the words like Jesus Christ.
I do remember that when the pubs first opened again, it was the Euros preview episode.
Yeah.
And we literally last minute were like, let's record the start and the outro to the next episode. We'll have them together and we won't do a pod for like a week.
You can go back and listen to that one, folks.
Yeah.
The first episode,
it's a good one.
I think that makes the edit.
Honestly, that is nonsense. Nonsense. All nonsense. But listen, I've been on that road before. They're imposters.
Nothing to ask me, for my opinion, a little bit unfair.
But in between that, there was drinks.
Why are you talking rubbish?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a No Nonsense podcast with Cathal and Will. We are getting very close, Will. You excited?
Countdown. Oh, yeah. Big time.
The weekend.
Yeah, finally.
Drinking.
I thought you were going to go Love Island final.
Yeah, that would be a better one. Oh, well, maybe next year.
Yeah.
No, we're of course alluding to the Premier League. It's 2 weeks away.
Yeah, it's looming.
Looming large.
Yeah.
I think the Community Shields, Charity Shields, I don't know whoever we nailed on down what that's called anymore.
Yeah, they blew it by changing
the
it.
oil interest shield. That is 9 days away or 8 days away.
I think so, yeah.
So that's getting very close. The season curtain raiser, that's like the weekend before.
Who's playing that? Who won the FA Cup? Liverpool
and City.
Of course.
Silly question. Yeah. Silly question. The first of their 7 games with him this year.
Yeah.
It's turned into like Celtic and Rangers now.
Yeah.
Every fucking week. That'll be good.
Yeah.
I suppose, like we were saying last week, Haaland. Haaland. Will he be any good? Yes. He'll be good. City hammered. Well, not hammered, but I think they dominated is the word.
Yeah.
A classic Pep domination. Yeah. Not that they scored 6 goals.
But
you know, they have Haaland who they probably could have, they played a different way.
You probably told him not to.
Yeah. He scored the first goal after 12 minutes and then it was just keep ball.
Yeah.
Keep away. Bayern, I don't know, man. I think losing Lewandowski.
That's a big one.
That's a damaging one.
It's tough to come back from not having a player who scores 50 goals a year.
And it wasn't a case of like, in different times, like I remember when they bought Benzema, when Real Madrid bought Benzema, they were Raul was on the way out. I think they offered him a lifetime contract.
Something weird like
where
that.
They pay if he played like 15 games a year extension.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm a starter. Yeah. I have another few years after me. And he went to Schalke. was unbelievable. And that team with Neuer and Draxler. But like that's the thing. It's like if you're getting rid of someone like Raul, a legendary figure at the club, you need to have someone like Benza coming in.
Yeah.
The way that Lewandowski left, just like so unceremoniously.
Who, like, Mane is not going to do that. He doesn't even play up front.
No, it's a different player. Like you'd wanted someone like a young Benza coming in to replace that.
You want Haaland.
So yeah, exactly. That's what he wanted. And in years gone by, Dortmund to Bayern, a well-worn track.
Yeah.
But not this year, unfortunately.
Did you see Haaland's quotes about beating Bayern? He was saying, like, finally, I think I've played them 8 times, lose every time.
Oh no.
He's good crack. I can't wait to see him in the league.
Yeah,
He's got the star factor we love.
Oh, he does.
Yeah,
I
see,
forgot
you've
we
got
said
their
that.
boy. Yeah,
They were listening.
yeah,
Wow, the power this podcast has, it surprises me every day. Will.
huge.
But this is exactly what we're saying. Man, you can't be a Galactico until you have a superstar at that. Kevin De Bruyne, as great as he is,
Yeah, we always say boring.
boring ass, talented man who's probably a great leader of men.
Yeah.
But boring.
Who wants that?
You need a maverick,
Yeah.
a Haaland, who you know he's going to be just storming into the box and like, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
And he'll like cup his hands
Yeah,
to Pep
yeah.
and
He also said a worrying quote I saw from him was they asked him who's he most looking forward to playing.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, easy, my father, Man City, Leeds, Man United. And I thought, oh, fuck.
oh no,
Oh,
Will.
God.
Oh no. For
He
you.
really announced it.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, him versus Harry Maguire.
Oh,
Some battle.
Martinez is 5'10" or something.
Perfectly average height.
Yeah.
I mean, for a centre back, woefully small.
Yeah. Although he did get a clean sheet against them in the Champions League when Ajax won 4-0. So I don't know if he'll do that again. But
Speaking of which, that was Sebastian Haller went to Dortmund. Testicular cancer.
yeah, that's mad.
Fuck. That's
I've never heard that happen in football before.
No.
With a name that big, anyway.
No, I mean, it's, I think, he was a Petrov for Aston Villa. I think he got skin cancer or
Something like that. Yeah.
But towards the end of his career, not someone
Yeah.
like
No.
in his prime, bought for
And
big
the
money,
big
you
move,
know.
yeah.
Killer blow for Sebastian Haller.
And for Dortmund, that's tough.
Killer for Dortmund, because like we're saying, you know, like you got to replace your key striker. But
Yeah.
I mean, no, seriously though, prayers up for Sebastian Haller, you
Big
know.
up.
But yeah, this is the thing. Haaland now at City scored a goal, beat Bayern, all looking up. So you gave him the assist,
No, who's that?
Jack Grealish.
Oof, he's got a big ear.
Now that's 2-star. If you could get those two playing well, link it up together,
Best club in the world. Easy. Blockbuster.
that would bring a lot of people around on City.
Yeah, 100%. Because that's their problem. Is just their win, but they're boring. Because it's like
They're mercenaries.
they're faceless. Yeah.
Faceless mercenaries who come in. Like, I mean, all like, you know, they've sold so many players this summer.
Yeah.
Sterling, Jesus, Zinchenko, Fernandinho obviously left on a free. I guess he's 38 now at this point. You know, that happens all the time. But like, you know, it's just that kind of thing of they just let these players go and they're still probably favourites to win the league.
Yeah.
It's like, there's something so kind of unromantic about that.
Yeah, but now it's time to brag about it as well.
And now it's like, there's a glimmer here. If you got Haaland and Grealish, I mean, the thing is, it's Pep Guardiola though, so you could see both those players playing less than 20 games. You know?
Yeah, and even one of them might have like a wild interview and you won't see it for a month because Pep's like, it's not about you, mate. It's about the team.
Yeah, it's about winning.
Yeah.
But no, listen, I don't know if I'll be won over by City this year, but I'm just saying it could be very entertaining.
It'd be good to have a proper bad guy in the league. Like
Yeah.
cocky, win everything.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good. Like remember Chelsea under Jose? I hated
Yes,
them. And they
yes.
were amazing. They're the heels. You need a heel.
Yeah, like John Terry and Drogba were like loud and braggadocious.
Yeah, Arsenal caused havoc in every
They
game.
were so good. It was like,
Lampard as well.
couldn't touch them.
Yeah.
You know, Lampard was just like smiling and like cheering every time he scored. Like nothing that bad, but like it does feel like the City players don't even cheer.
Yeah.
It feels like they don't even celebrate the goals. Like,
No, sure. Like I remember when Gabby Jesus scoring 4 goals in a game, and it was like another day in the office.
Yeah. Well, I remember at that time it was like we have to win this game because Liverpool are definitely going to win their game. The last like one that was exciting, but I think for when you look back, there was it was a very joyless kind of a inevitability about both teams going to win. It's about who loses first.
Yeah.
Who did lose first? I don't think anybody lost. I think just like
It went all the way to the last day, sure.
I think they lost to Crystal Palace, and that was like,
Oh, here we go.
and that was it. Then they didn't budge after that. The Aston Villa game was a good game, actually.
Yeah.
Last game. Speaking of last day, Will, the moment of the season was it Frank Lampard keeping Everton up despite himself.
I've always been confused by not just the pitch image, but the whole the whole team going mad celebrating.
Jumping on the roof.
Yeah, and on to survive relegation. Like all throughout the years, it always happens. And I'm always like, that's insane.
Yeah.
You have literally had the worst season you're probably ever going to have in your entire life, and you're celebrating harder than you've ever done before.
The relief.
Yeah, I get it, but it's just so weird. It's so odd.
You're saying that they may have lost kind of perspective on where they are.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, I tell you who hasn't. Play the clip.
Lots to think about, lots of work to do. The result doesn't matter. I don't mean that loosely. I mean that there are no points on it. What matters is where we're at in 2.5 weeks' time. If there's to be good that comes out of this, the players in the dressing room have to understand that they've just put in a very poor performance individually, collectively, and got well beaten.
Yeah.
You heard it.
He caught himself.
It was too late.
You can already hear the nonsense music playing.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Another Frank Lampard episode. You're right, Frank. But he said a little bit, said, I feel better. But you can't ignore him.
You say we.
I'm sorry.
He said they and I.
Yeah.
Like it was two separate things.
He had better, and then separately, I have better.
No, it's we. Every other manager says we.
I just realised that we haven't prefaced this at all for the uninitiated here.
Yeah.
This was after a loss to the Minnesota Farmers, I think it was.
Yeah. 4-0.
One of the premier MLS teams.
Yeah.
The league that has Gareth Bale in it, well, so it can't be that bad, can it?
Oh, yeah.
They lost 4-0. They got bet by an MLS team, which is never. It's a bit late for that now.
Yeah.
If this was in June,
Yeah,
say,
first game.
who was
Like,
playing?
sure.
All the good boys are on holiday still. This is preseason.
It's
This
like
is
there's
proper
like
preseason
10
now.
days left.
Do you have fucking
Their next game is probably like Liverpool.
Tottenham are doing murder runs? Doherty might not survive, and you're losing 4-0 to.
Every day there's a new clip of Ten Hag telling a United player to fucking die.
Yeah, so it's a bit late in the day
Yeah.
for to be losing 4-0 to anybody.
They need to get it fucking better.
That was a couple weeks ago. Thankfully, they only conceded 2 goals on their 4-2 win to Blackpool. So
Big win.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're in trouble. Who did they sign?
Tarkowski from Burnley.
That is a good sign. That's who you want.
That is. Listen, last or 2 years ago, they had a really good season, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin scored like 18 goals.
Yeah.
Then he became a male model.
Yeah.
And he stopped scoring goals, and he actually stopped playing altogether. Yeah. That was a huge problem. That's overlooked, I think, by a lot of people.
I think we're the only podcast to cover that.
He had more magazine covers than goals, I'm pretty sure. And now they've sold Richarlison. He was mercurial at best, I would say.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are 7 mercurial goals you're not going to get off fucking.
He scored every penalty he got, which is still hard.
Yeah. You're looking at Damari Gray and Andrew Townsend, like terribly patchy to have solid seasons.
They'll have 2 good weeks.
You need the goals. That's the key. You need goals. The defense, obviously, builds from the back and all the rest of it. But like, the defense have to be lucky every single time. Yeah. Whereas the strikers, you need to help you out as well. You need to be able to get some goals up front to take the pressure off. Yeah. So, Frank putting out these early.
All he had to do was not say they for the whole preseason, and he would have been fine.
They have to be better.
He immediately put the whole world of pressure on him and the team.
Like he must know. Like this is what people are saying that he doesn't.
He's not very good at this, Colin. We've talked about it before.
Yeah. Well, that's Frank. They must be early contenders for relegation.
Yeah.
As well as Will.
Oh yeah. So the other, I would say, relegation candidates are newly promoted Nottingham Forest, who
a great club, Will.
Great club, Champions League winners, European Cup winners.
2-time European
2
Cup,
times,
baby.
yeah. I've noticed they put that in all of their pictures when they sign a player, as if like.
As if the 70s were only yesterday.
But
who remembers Martin O'Neill? No, not as a manager. That was a while ago too. I mean, as a player.
Yeah. So they have been splashing the cash.
Nice.
I'm guessing their hope is we'll spend so much money, even if they go down this year, you'll keep one or two of the players and they should be able to get back up. And then you're yo-yoing, you're making it. That's loads of money. You're grand.
This is Barcelona you're talking about.
No, Nottingham Forest.
No, Nottingham Forest. Sorry, very similar.
So one of the players they've splashed the cash on is free agent, the hottest free agent in the game.
Yeah,
Jesse Lingard.
Wow,
a man who turned down West Ham last summer. No,
did he? I don't think he did.
No, he turned them down in one window because he wanted to stay and fight for United, like for his place in United.
I think it was 2 Januaries ago, maybe.
So it was. So he went to West Ham, ripped it up on loan for like 6 months. Then he had 6 months at United where he's like, "This is it. I'm gonna make my place." He was terrible. Every game he played in, he was shocking.
Then in January,
then he was like, "I actually want to go now," and they said, "Too late. We're not buying anyone this window.
We need you, man."
Yeah, and then he said,
They didn't.
and he said, "Well, we'll see about that." And he got Paul Scholes on the line.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, well,
that's another layer to
crazy timeline that was where he had the world at his feet. It's like, actually, maybe I am good enough for Man United.
Yeah.
Do you know the thing is, though? I know we talked about Ronaldo. He would have been like back up to Rashford one side and Sancho another. You would have had Greenwood up front, probably.
Yeah.
He would have got games. He would have
100%.
been a key cog in that.
But he's just like, I want to start. Like, well,
and now it's like he in his head he thought, you know what? I'm better than Sancho. I could even give Rashford a run for his money. How many goals he scored last year?
How many FA Cup final goals he scored?
To be a professional sports person, I think you probably have to have that on some
You have
level.
100%.
So that's what he was thinking. And then Ronaldo came in, and a lot of people got pushed out. Dan James got sold.
Half the team
to
were
Leeds,
gone. Yeah.
you know. And then in January, like, okay, well, I didn't think that was going to happen. I want to leave. And
too late, pal.
now it's just like, did West Ham kind of cool on him a bit as well? They kind of got a bit
West
expensive.
Ham were trying to sign him all summer, Carl.
This summer.
He priced himself out of the move. They couldn't afford his wages because he wanted 180 grand a week.
Yeah.
And they said, "You're insane." And like, so they were negotiating.
Yeah.
Then he was linked with an MLS move, which I thought perfect for Jesse Lingard. Because that seems to be what he likes, is like the glitz and glamour and
Of the MLS, though.
no, but like living in
LA.
LA, like not the, he's gonna. Who cares about the football? He's gonna be living in LA.
Well, unless he ends up with the Minnesota United guys. You
He'd
know,
be beating Everton.
I don't know. I think it's tough for Jay Lings. He has talent.
Yeah, but he probably thought, "Fuck, I've blown it here. I'm never getting that money." And then all of a sudden, his phone rings, and Nottingham Forest, newly promoted, are offering him the wages he wants. Their second highest paid player is currently on 20 grand a week. Jesse Lingard, I don't think it's been confirmed, but that was the number. 180 grand a week. I can't imagine that's the case.
Even if he's on 100,
That's insane.
the next guy's on 20.
5 times.
You would want to
Now,
be.
I will say they got Dean Henderson on loan. I'm sure he's on big wages as well because he's United wages. But he's gonna like help keep them up. He's a great keeper.
And that's probably been subsidised by United as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So it's not
they're going to
being-
want him back. It's it's a good move for both teams. But Lingard,
Jay Lings going to want to be like Bolton and Elke here to justify those kind of wages at 9.
he has to, because as soon as he has a bad game, it's not even the public or the press. It's the rest of the team.
Yeah.
They're like, he's on 8 times more than me. Are you
The
joking?
fans, the team, the management, the owners, they'll all turn on him. And he's an easy guy to turn on. He's not likable at all.
So I don't know. I don't think. I just can't see this working out for poor Jay Lings. Well, it has worked out for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's on 180 grand a week.
I mean, like football wise.
yeah. Depends what your definition of working out for, I suppose. I mean, if it's like success and achievement, he's got a few FA Cups, Europa League. He now is on 180 grand a week. I mean, he's only 29, Will.
He probably never thought he'd be on 180 grand a week in his life.
No, especially after that fashion business failed on him.
Yeah, I remember that.
The Jay Lings fashion line.
That's something that I think he killed dead. You never see that anymore. Remember Sterling had the hats and the t-shirts with him doing the dance on it and stuff? Sturridge, yeah.
The Sturridge hats. That was...
You don't see players doing stuff like that anymore. That was insane.
The merch market is limited, I think.
I think that was like just in between the time where everyone probably had like a social media team. So like, they're like running their own. Like, this would be cool.
Yeah,
Now people are like, it's not cool.
Well, now in the age of stats.
Yeah.
Like, we can see stats.
Yeah.
You know, people say merch doesn't sell. You don't do merch unless you're a YouTuber.
You're wasting your time.
If you're not a YouTuber, you know, people watch you because you score goals, not because they find you funny or cool.
Yeah.
They think you're cool because you score goals. Beyond that, they don't watch your t-shirts, James.
Yeah.
They don't watch your hoodies.
And it wasn't just us who thought this was a bold move from Nottingham Forest. Some pundits and
Respected pundits, I'm sure. Us.
formerly respected pundits came out saying...
I'm sure not disgraced pundits, are they?
maybe one.
Oh, no.
Came out about it saying that it was a ridiculous move, that Jesse Lingard's not worth the money, like a failed player, a flop, and he's getting these crazy wages.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, that's how far Richard Keys went. A man who's not, a man who likes to take it too far.
Yeah, maybe I could have distanced myself a bit more there in those last few sentences. I completely disagree with Richard Keys.
And so that, which is like weird that he still has a platform at all, but still, I think he tweeted that out. But then...
I think he should be banned from Twitter like Donald Trump.
Just weird that he's like getting a say in these things. Like, who cares what Richard Keys thinks?
Hashtag deep platform Richard Keys.
Yeah. Well, someone else who thinks he should be deplatformed. A man who oddly came to Jesse Lingard's defence. I don't think they've ever played together.
Go on.
Gabriel Agbonlahor.
No. He was never alone at Aston Villa.
No, never at Aston Villa.
And he was never at Man United.
No, definitely not. He probably could have been the year Gallo went. They probably were like, cool.
I don't know. I suppose it's one of those weird things where Richard Keys is a phenomenal dickhead.
Yeah, and he was like, fuck this guy.
And like, you are punching down at Jesse Lingard.
Yeah.
Like, you want to go at Ronaldo or go at Messi for taking the PSG money. I think that's, fine because like they're never going to see it. It's still going to affect them. But like Jesse Lingard, yeah, okay, he's a bit of an arsehole, likes to dance, has talent, and maybe wasted a little bit.
He's probably a lovely young lad.
That whatever was in the water in that United underage team with him, Pogba,
Ravel Morrison,
a lot of them, a lot of talent, and they've all kind of, in one way or another, not lived up to what they could have been. But like, at the end of the day, he is just a fresh footballer. You're worth what you get paid for it.
Yeah,
you should be having to go at Nottingham Forest though.
Yeah,
not just
100%.
Lingard. Say Nottingham Forest. You want to go straight back down.
That's bad
be my
business,
guest.
yeah.
Don't buy him. But don't say that he's a spoofer. He's a failed player. Like, if someone offers you that money, and again, you have to have that belief in yourself. You take it.
Yeah, of course.
It's
not his fault.
No, so
you shouldn't have taken that. You should have said no. That's too good.
Yeah, I think I've distanced myself from Richard Keys there.
Yeah, well done.
That good.
So Gabriel Agbonlahor, when he was distancing himself, maybe that was it. Maybe he just saw Richard Keys tweeting and he said, I'm just going to disagree with whatever.
I just have to get as far away from this podcast. I don't know how, but I might get caught up in this somehow. I
can feel the storm coming.
I got a bad feel in my bones about this one. I got to get ahead of this one.
So, the former Aston Villa striker hit back at Keys on TalkSport on Saturday after he had criticised Jesse Lingard's decision to join Nottingham Forest on a free transfer. He said, don't listen to the Simon Jordans, the Richard Keys, all these jokers, Agbonlahor said.
Doesn't Simon Jordan work for TalkSport?
I think so.
His colleague?
He said, shut up.
The Will Burns as well. The spoofers, the snake oil salesman.
Keys then replied to Agbonlahor.
It's on Twitter, yeah?
On Twitter,
of course.
Yeah, no, you didn't face him.
No.
He didn't go on TalkSport. On Monday afternoon, firing shots in the process, Keys tweeted, I didn't realise Agbonlahor was on the radio.
Nice. Straight in there. The high road.
His broadcasting career is obviously as insignificant as his playing career.
Ooh.
Bold move from Richard Keys again.
That's the tweet. Send tweet.
Oh no, there's more.
Oh, fuck.
Described to me today by a Villa staff member as the most unprofessional he'd ever worked with. Appearances 351. Goals 76. Is he still at Watford?
Wow.
So he really went for him.
So he heard that Gabby Agbonlahor was having to go with him.
He said he heard Agbonlahor called him a joker, and he said, I'm going to
ring up everyone I know who has anything on him. And all he found was, it was a bit unprofessional at times. Got it, the most unprofessional person
How
I've
many
met.
games did he play?
He looked at his stats on Transfermarkt. Oh, he played for Watford. I don't remember that.
Yeah, get a load of these cons.
That's weak, Richard Keys. That's all I can go up with. Kind of unprofessional, and well, I'm assuming it was kind of unprofessional, and he turned into most unprofessional.
Most unprofessional and insignificant career.
Insignificant career, and scored a lot of goals and played 300 games in the
Yeah,
Premier
what a
League.
loser.
Yeah, what a failed life like Agbonlahor's lived.
Agbonlahor was quick to issue a response.
Oh, he's hooked him.
Yeah, so on his social media, he commented, speaking of insignificance, After being fired for sexism and getting your wife mixed up with your daughter's best friend, I also wasn't aware they'd let you back on air. But keep using my name to stay relevant, hairy hands.
Oh, he had me to the end.
Yeah.
Hairy hands is very juvenile. Oh yeah, there was that story we slept with his daughter's friend. Don't think he mistook her as his wife. I think he was very intentionally cheating on his wife on that one.
I think that was like Agbonlahor being like, oh,
Bit of tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
Bit of banter. Hey,
Bit of banter.
Richard,
He knows all
banter.
about it.
Just a bit of banter, Richard. Hairy hands, that sucks.
hairy hands, so he blew it.
Yeah.
He should have ended it with, I didn't know they let you back on the air.
Yeah.
That was good. That was the football for today.
And Richard Keys is just crying, I suppose. And what do you say? I didn't think she was my wife, idiot. I was cheating on her. So,
So there you go. What do you think of that?
Fucking hell, man. How long till the football starts? For real?
9 days.
9 days.
Something like that. Everyone's on their summer holidays.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting a bit edgy waiting.
Yeah. No, it's good though. You know,
It's good crack.
It's good crack.
It's a nice break.
Well, this is the thing. Like, we should maybe enjoy it. You know, savor it now because we have the World Cup very, very soon.
It's going to be a lot of games. Christmas time, we're not going to want any football. I'm telling you.
We like to take a break at any opportunity we can.
Yeah.
There will be no Christmas break this year, Will.
Yeah.
Christmas is cancelled.
Yeah, Christmas is cancelled. It's football.
Oh, that's going to be mad.
Did you see the interview with Klopp from a few days ago?
No.
Where he's talking about the fixtures.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, as always. And the guy says, did you know you play a Carabao Cup game 2 days after the final? And Klopp looks at him and he goes, what? And then he goes on with his point. But he's like, are you joking?
That's hilarious.
Imagine winning the World Cup and then you got to play Carabao Cup 2 days later. And you have to travel from Qatar. So that's surely a day. You don't get to celebrate.
No, you're not playing.
No.
If you win, who's going to win the World Cup, you think? England? Fuck me.
This would be the one that they'd win, wouldn't it? The bad one.
I'd be delighted because it'd be the one World Cup they couldn't drink at.
Yeah, can't drink that. Also, if they're celebrating at the end, it'd be like Harry Kane holding the trophy and like all the England fans, but the rest of the world would be like, that is disgraceful. After what happened in this World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
But like a way to distance yourself, Harry.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's going to be mad this year. The first half is going to be insane. We're going to have some fucking lag after the World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
To finish out the season.
Everyone's going to be wrecked. There's going to be so many injuries this year.
Yeah.
Surely.
I'll tell you, I got a good feeling about this for Arsenal.
No, yeah? They're going to slip through the cracks.
This is going to be the
They're
year
not
they
getting
sail through.
No one in their team's getting to the World Cup final.
Maybe Jesus.
Jesus, maybe, yeah.
But won't be Zinchenko.
No.
No. I'm telling you, man, this could be one of the years that it's definitely going to be a weird team, I feel.
I think so, yeah.
Because we have about like a World Cup in the summer and then they come back. I think modern sport has maybe mitigated that a lot.
Yeah.
With just like the sports science and the injury prevention that they have now. It does help a lot.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, this year we saw with the England players, it did take a toll on them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's unprecedented. An international tournament in the middle of the season and then go back and finish it out.
In the busiest part of the season. Does that mean it's going to be World Cup
Yeah.
straight into the busy December fixtures? Surely not. Surely they get moved to somewhere else where there's even more injuries.
Does the season end in like June?
Maybe. It's starting early though.
It's starting early in December?
Because it's starting like, I think it's like 8th of August. That seems early.
Yeah. I feel like it starts earlier every year.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
Squeeze
just a
more
feeling
games.
though.
Wait till the Champions League gets kicked off and there's a whole league inside the Champions League. Remember that?
Yeah.
Like 9 extra games.
Well, actually, that's another one. Barcelona, we talked about last week. They have been
They're mad.
the levers that they're finding.
They are one of the wildest businesses I've ever seen in my life.
I know we don't really know anything and we don't really take time to find out.
Yeah.
But I think Julian Nagelsmann was literally saying the exact same thing. It's like, I've never seen a club with no money spend so much money.
Yeah, what is going on?
Nobody knows. So it's not just us. It doesn't actually make any sense to anybody, even football men.
I don't know if you saw they're playing the 2 preseason games they had or 3.
Yeah.
De Jong has played centre back in every one of them. They don't even want him and they won't let him go.
Yeah, the way they're trying to bundle him out of the club is actually just crazy.
It's insane. Did you see Gary Neville on Twitter today?
No.
He said De Jong should be suing Barcelona. He says it's disgraceful.
I mean, this is back to what you're saying. It's like, all these people, you should do this. You should like, I don't know what to do.
I just want my money.
Oh yeah, what they've done recently is they've sold off future TV rights.
Future TV rights, like big percentages of them, which
to the Liga.
They
rights.
get basically like. So yeah, I think the way it works in that league is rather than it being spread evenly, it's like each club's a different percentage or something like that.
Yeah.
And Barca obviously have a high percentage because they're watched, but they just sold 15% of it. But TV rights fees are going way, 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 way up.
Yeah.
So they've sold them now for like 300 million quid. But in 2 years, they could be worth like £1 billion quid. But there's like, we've got to get Christensen in.
Or they could be worth zero, Will.
You think streaming or something?
I think European Super League.
Oh, they know. Are they still in it? Are they one of those teams?
I'm telling you, that's gonna come back. Yeah. That's, I think, Barca's real plan.
Yeah.
You can have our TV rights. Like, you're idiots.
Yeah, all the La Liga games.
We'll definitely be in a league in 10 years' time.
Yeah, that's
Super
true.
League on the horizon.
Yeah.
They're gone. They're long gone.
And you know what as well? Even if that is their plan, that's very Barcelona if that doesn't work as well.
It's a serious gamble.
Yeah, I feel like that could be their plan. But even if that doesn't happen, in 5 years, they'd be like, oh, fuck. We shouldn't have sold those rights.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, but like Barcelona have always done this. Like we've said this before. They've always bought big money and then they supplement it with younger players and the Barca way, Mexican club, yada, yada, yada. But before they would have bought players like Ronaldinho and Eto'o. Like people
Now they're just buying anyone
in prime who are like, these are going to be the superstars of tomorrow. And now they're buying Lewandowski, who is 34.
Yeah.
Rafinha, who is one of the good players in the Premier League.
Yeah,
That's,
good.
I think
Good.
that's fair. He's
Pretty good.
He's a good player in the Premier League.
Yep.
He's not. He's
You'd
not
have
gonna
him in your
deliver.
fantasy team, maybe.
Maybe. I mean,
He cost 7 million.
depends on the fixtures are. You know, he's that kind of player. It's like it's not even.
He's not a game changer.
He's not Ronaldinho.
No.
He's not Deco.
He was the best player at Leeds.
That's true. This is who they're like mortgaging their future for. They're,
Christensen, Rafinha, anyone who Chelsea want to sign, they're jumping in.
Yeah.
Did you see Tuchel said he's... I can't remember the exact quote, but it was basically like, I don't intend on giving them Agbonlahor anymore. Because I think they stole Koundé from them now as well.
yeah, that's a rumoured one. They actually lost to Arsenal in the pre-season.
Who?
Chelsea did.
Really?
Yeah, and Tuchel was snapping over it.
I could see that.
No, I'm far from relaxed. I think we deserve to lose, which is fair enough because we were simply not good enough. We're absolutely not competitive. I think the worrying part is that the level of commitment, physically and mentally, for this match was not the same. It was far higher for Arsenal than for us. We can, of course, have the argumentation that they played, I think, with their strongest lineup. They do this since several weeks and since over 1 year. Strengthen their lineup, play in the same structure, and this was, I think, the lineup with whom they tried to start Premier League games. It was for surely not our strongest lineup, and this is a part of an explanation, but only a little part, and the other part is worrying because but it's how it is.
Can I just follow up? There's only 2 weeks till the start of the season.
Yeah.
Are you confident that you'll be in a good place and you'll be ready in 2 weeks?
I cannot guarantee. I saw today a team like from Arsenal who's, like I said, also mentally committed. I have the feeling to an idea how to play, committed to a level of exhaustion, of being exhausted, a level of physical commitment. The analyzing of the season does not change because of this game. Unfortunately, it proved my point. The last week proves my point. I would absolutely prefer to not be right, and I did everything to prove myself wrong. But the moment I feel that I was right when I looked at the last season.
So that's one of those.
Wow.
Yeah, look, I asked for signings. I begged. I pleaded.
That sounds like the press conference of a manager who is not long for this club.
Yeah, but
that sounds like two more failed transfers and he's fucking out of here.
It sounds like Lampard and Tuchel think it's October. It's like it's July. You can't be making these pleas already. Like, it sounds like it's already a failed thing here. I mean,
wasn't that a thing though before they signed Tuchel where people were saying like, I don't know, this manager's a hothead. Like, he leaves clubs quickly in a big storm.
Yeah.
But then when the sanctions came, it was like, he's safe now.
I remember last season when the sanctions happened and they were winning games and people were like, oh, so I guess you're manager of the month already. No question about that one. He was like, give it a week. I know things change in football. Yeah. It's all good now.
He's a smart guy.
Oh, well, he knew what was really going on in that club. Like, this is actually going to be horrendous.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was Tuchel pulling out Frank Lampard, I guess.
Yeah. We got one more bit here today, and I haven't shown you any of this. I'm springing this on you.
Yeah.
There was a huge bit of breaking news this week. Huge transfer news.
And do you think I haven't seen it, Will?
I think you might not have.
I probably haven't.
So I'll set it up with explanation for any new listeners. The bandwagon wheel.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Our beloved segment.
Our only segment.
Cast your minds back to episode 1. I think. Was that when we first
I think we did it in 1, yeah.
Yeah. So we picked a random team in Europe, or a league in Europe.
Yeah.
We spun a wheel with all the teams from that league on it. And we jump on the bandwagon. We support them till death of that season.
Yeah.
Season 1, Göztepe in Turkey. We loved them. Yeah. They were like mid-table, but good fun, up and down, new managers. Our boy, riled, the captain, the star. He really brought
star by himself.
Then we went to Turkey in the Euros. Disaster. Never.
Yes.
Absolute worst team in the Euros.
They really underperformed.
I think literally the worst team in the tournament.
Yeah.
Then we went to Greece. We went to Atromitos. An insane season for Carl.
I became sporting director of the club.
Carl was sporting director of the club. We didn't get relegated.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we got all the way to the loser playoffs and they were atrociously boring.
And we were undefeated in those loser playoffs.
Undefeated. The hardest league in the world to follow and also watch, I would say.
Both.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So now, what happens in season 4? Season 3? Season 3, I'd say.
Yeah,
Turkey's kind of half season.
The Turkey was kind of like a spin-off show.
Yeah. So, now that everyone's up to speed, do you remember why we picked Turkey in the first season?
Mesut Ozil was leaving Arsenal to go
big
to
transfer.
Fenerbahce, yeah.
Exactly. Big transfer to a weird league. And we said, we'll follow we'll follow this star player and we'll pick it and we might see him. There's been another star moving to a weird league.
Okay.
Riled Agbonlahor.
No.
The captain of Göztepe. After they unfortunately got relegated.
But he signed like a 6-year deal like Harry Kane.
He has left the club. Would you like to hear his final words as Göztepe captain?
Oh, if he... You're teasing me now. You're scaring me and you're teasing me. Read it.
Now, this is translated, obviously, so...
Still.
The leading role of my professional career, my childhood, my youth, my joy, my sadness. I say goodbye to Göztepe, where I leave all the emotions with great enthusiasm. I don't think that's right. Only as football player, Riled. The heart of Göztepe...
Did you write this?
No, I'm reading this direct. The heart of Göztepe Riled will always remain here. I will live with the happiness of carrying it proudly.
Wow.
We were very happy.
Oh, it goes on. Sorry.
Yeah. We hurt and cried a lot on this road.
We sure did.
In short, we experienced all the emotions at the highest level, like every Göztepe. Oh. The highest level.
We never called ourselves Göztepe.
No. I've been on the field for the glorious Göztepe until today. From now on, I will continue to support my club, which I keep with all my heart outside the field. I'd like to thank Mehmet Sepil, Talat Papataya,
Will Byrne,
Colatul, all my coaches, teammates, club personnel, fans, and all Göztepe soldiers I forgot.
Yes! we got a mention, and a specific mention.
If I am right, I would like to thank you.
Oh, so thank you, Riled.
Now I know what you're thinking. Where's he off to? He's going to the same place we are on the bandwagon wheel. We're off to Belgium.
Yes!
We're off to the Belgium League. I've got the wheel ready to go.
No, you don't. Yes! Yes, it's back, everybody. It's back.
Let's spin that
Let's
wheel.
spin the
Go
wheel.
over here.
Yes! Oh, it's all done up. It's got the colours and everything. Oh, this is going to be huge. Who do you want? Who's he going to?
We could be Club Brugger. He's gone to Westerlo. Oof.
Oh, no.
Every time.
Mechelen.
Mechelen. That's who we support.
Oh, we're so close to Standard Liège.
Oh, that would have been good.
Mechelen. The Mechelen man.
And Kyle, I know you can go back to.
I'm too excited.
Would you like to see how Mechelen got on in their first game, which started yesterday?
It's already started. We're in. We're now. This is amazing.
We lost.
Oh.
2-0.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll see who we played.
Where's Lille gone?
Halil has gone to Westerlo. Oh. So we'll see him. He'll pop up. They won their first game.
Imagine if you got to Westerlo. You would become the Halil and Agbonlahor wheel. Just follow Halil around.
So we lost 2-0 to Antwerp.
Damn. Yeah. Antwerp are pretty good.
Antwerp are good though, yeah.
I think Antwerp's a big town there, a big city in Belgium. I know the name. I don't know if they're any good.
So you want to hear some of the teams we got in our league?
Yeah.
I'd say this is the league with the most heavy hitters
This is the strongest league we've ever had, definitely. I think.
So we've got Club Brugge, of course.
Yes.
We've got Antwerp, Anderlecht, Ghent, Genk, Standard Liège, the Michelin men, us.
Yes.
And then the other Bruges club. Did you know there was two?
To be honest, I thought Ghent and Genk were the same club.
No, they're two different clubs.
I thought there was a different pronunciation.
No,
like Bruges and Brugge.
Yeah. Not two different things. There we go.
Wow.
So we'll find out all about Michelin.
Oh, next week, folks, we're back.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're going to lose a lot of followers, Will, but I do not care.
Yeah, I can see the dip already.
Yeah. Oh, I can see that retention rate plummeting.
And I'll tell you straight away, here's a little preview of the bandwagon wheel. I think I have my favourite player already.
Go on.
Do you want to know our centre-back's name?
Yes.
Sandy Walsh.
Sandy Walsh?
Yeah, he's Belgian.
Sandy Walsh. Oh, this is going to be a good year, Will.
It's going to be good.
We got this. We got the World Cup. We got Arsenal win the league.
Oh, it's a big year.
Jesus top scorer. Yes.
No, honestly, that is nonsense. Nonsense. All nonsense. But listen, I've been on that road before.
Surely the Belgium League is easy to watch.
Oh, that'd be way easier to watch, surely. I was in Greece, I couldn't watch it. I work for the bloody club.
They're imposters.
Nothing to ask me, for my opinion, a little bit unfair.
But in between that, there was drinks.
Why are you talking rubbish?